Chosen one. Listen closely, because these words are not for the many. They are for the few who have been marked, noticed, and quietly prepared for something far greater than the ordinary. You may have wondered if your struggles, your silent seasons, and the moments when it seemed nothing was moving were signs of being forgotten. But hear this now. You are not forgotten at all. God is arranging things in your life with a precision that no eye has seen. No hand has moved and no mind has imagined. Every delay, every closed door, every unexpected detour has been a part of a larger tapestry, a divine orchestration meant to bring you to this exact moment. You might feel unseen. You might feel overlooked. You might have even begun to doubt that your prayers, your faith, and your endurance matter. Yet there is a sacred whisper in your spirit that refuses to be silenced, a gentle stirring that reminds you something is coming. Something is shifting. The winds of change are moving unseen forces into place. And the next steps you are about to take are being prepared by God Himself. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you were meant to be, even if the path has felt invisible and the waiting unbearable. Do not despise the quiet. Do not resent the waiting. What you see as stillness is the preparation of your heart, your spirit, and your calling. The very moments that tested your faith, that pressed against your patience, that challenged your strength, they were not mistakes. They were confirmations. Each trial, each obstacle, each season of solitude was a signal, a divine punctuation marking the chapters of your destiny. And now the time is coming when what has been hidden will rise into light, and what has been delayed will arrive in perfect timing. I am here to deliver a message straight from the heart of God, a prophetic word that will awaken the courage you've been holding in quiet hope. This message is not a promise of ease, but a declaration of alignment. The universe, heaven, and every spiritual force at work are aligning to bring fulfillment to your steps, clarity to your purpose, and a release of blessings that have been reserved for your obedience, your faith, and your perseverance. Hold your heart steady, chosen one, because what you are about to hear will illuminate paths you thought were dark doors, you believed were closed, and a destiny you feared had been delayed. God has not forgotten you. God is arranging things now. And your breakthrough, your moment of divine encounter, is closer than you realize. The source of this message is not mere insight or human reasoning. It comes from the very heart of God. Every word, every whisper of revelation is drawn from the divine. Heaven itself has moved to speak through this moment, to reach you in a way that transcends logic, time, and circumstance. There is a sacred authority in this message, a certainty that cannot be shaken, because it originates from the One who knows the beginning, the end, and every step in between. The Spirit has been stirring gently but persistently, calling your attention to truths that cannot be ignored. You may have sensed this presence before: the quiet impressions, the nudging in your spirit, the sudden clarity in moments of confusion. That is the voice of alignment, the signature of divine orchestration. It is the hand of God arranging your path, preparing your heart, and setting the stage for what is coming. Nothing here is random. Nothing is accidental. Every detail of your life has been noted, every prayer recorded, and every tear acknowledged. The One who sees the hidden, who understands the unseen, is speaking through this very moment to remind you that your story is sacred and your timing is perfect. Consider this: the universe itself bends to the will of the divine. Stars, seasons, storms, and sunlight all follow rhythms that have been set since the beginning of time. How much more, then, does your life, your calling, your purpose, your destiny follow a design far greater than human comprehension? You are part of a sequence of events that is being orchestrated with precision. You have been planted in the perfect soil, in the perfect season, even when it seemed barren. And now that preparation is beginning to bear fruit in ways that will exceed your expectation. There is a deep, resonant invitation embedded in this message to trust the One who cannot err, to surrender to the timing that cannot fail, and to align your heart with the wisdom that orchestrates every outcome. The presence of God is not passive, it is active, moving in the unseen, shifting circumstances and preparing opportunities that will reveal themselves at the appointed moment. You are being prepared not just for survival, not just for endurance, but for a breakthrough that carries eternal significance. Feel the weight of this. This is not a suggestion. It is a declaration. A prophetic unveiling of the reality that heaven is fully engaged in your life. The steps you have taken, the patience you have practiced, the faith you have held quietly, they have all been noticed. And now the alignment begins. Your heart, your mind, your spirit, and your calling are all converging toward a single point, a divine moment that has been written for you from the foundation of creation. Keep your soul attentive. Listen with the depth of your spirit. What is coming is destined, it is appointed, and it carries the imprint of God's intention. The One who has orchestrated your path is speaking, arranging, and ensuring that every element falls into place with flawless precision. Now listen closely, because what is coming is not ordinary. The moment approaching in your life is both majestic and intense, like the quiet before a storm that holds both cleansing rain and illuminating lightning. You are about to step into a chapter that has been written for you long before you understood the significance of your steps, long before you even knew the weight of your calling. The days ahead are lined with divine encounters, doors opening that you thought were sealed forever, and breakthroughs that will feel miraculous even to your own spirit. The prophecy is this: your life is entering a season of profound alignment. What was once delayed is now being released. What was hidden is now being revealed. And what seemed like silence has been the careful work of preparation. A divine silence that is louder than any human noise, because it has been shaping the very soil of your destiny. Imagine a river blocked by stones and debris for years. Slowly, steadily, the water finds its path. Then suddenly the barriers give way, and the river flows freely, brilliantly, unstoppable. That river is your life. The unseen forces holding you back are shifting, dissolving and clearing a path for a movement that is both inevitable and breathtaking. There will be moments that feel like sudden illumination when clarity rushes in, like golden light spilling into a shadowed room. You may hear messages in ordinary conversations, see confirmations in seemingly random events, or feel impressions in your spirit that are impossible to dismiss. These are not coincidences. They are the fingerprints of heaven, marking the moment, affirming your direction, and signaling the unfolding of your divine assignment. The prophecy also speaks of elevation. The steps you take now are stepping stones into a higher realm of influence, understanding, and spiritual authority. Doors you once knocked on in vain will now swing open with ease. Relationships that were distant or strained will align with your purpose. Opportunities will arrive that carry both your calling and your destiny in their hands. But take heed, this elevation is not a mere reward. It is a responsibility. It is a sacred appointment that requires both discernment and humility, courage and obedience. Symbolically, this season is like a sunrise over a darkened valley. The night has been long, exhausting, and at times isolating. Yet the dawn is breaking. Golden light spills over the horizon, illuminating paths previously hidden, revealing treasures buried in the soil of your struggles, and painting the sky with the promise of transformation. What you see in the physical is only a shadow of what is manifesting in the spiritual. Heaven is moving in ways your eyes cannot yet comprehend, and every delay, every trial, and every quiet season has been a necessary prelude to this breaking forth. Feel this moment. Sense the energy of destiny building around you. The wind you feel brushing past your spirit. The sudden clarity in your thoughts, the stirring in your heart that you cannot ignore. These are not trivial. They are signs of alignment, heralds of movement, and whispers of the future being carved into the present. And yet the prophecy carries mystery. Not all will be revealed at once. Some doors will open gradually. Some blessings will arrive in measured portions. The unfolding is intentional, designed to refine your faith, deepen your spiritual insight, and strengthen your endurance. But rest assured, the movement is unstoppable. The prophecy is personal. The favor you have been waiting for, the recognition you have longed for, and the breakthroughs you have prayed for are now on their way. Take a deep breath and anchor your spirit. The shift is coming. The alignment is here. And the prophecy written in heaven and confirmed in your spirit is unfolding with divine precision, bringing you into a season where your faith, perseverance, and obedience converge into revelation and fulfillment. What you are stepping into is not just a series of events, it is a spiritual season, a tapestry woven with threads of faith, destiny, and divine timing. Every moment you have endured, every trial you have faced, and every patience you have practiced has prepared your soul to recognize the fullness of this season. Understand this clearly. The physical events you see are only shadows of the spiritual currents flowing behind them. Just as the roots of a tree work silently beneath the soil unseen, strengthening the trunk and preparing it to bear fruit, so too has God been preparing the deepest parts of your being to withstand, receive, and flourish in this appointed time. Life has often felt like a storm, turbulent winds, unpredictable rain, and darkness that seemed unending. Yet storms are not mere chaos, they are instruments of cleansing, shaping, and renewal. The rains have washed away what was dead, and the winds have pruned the unnecessary, leaving your spirit lean, resilient, and ready. Every difficulty was a chisel shaping your character. Every heartbreak, a refining fire, strengthening your faith. Every season of waiting, a teacher of patience and trust. The storms were never meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you for the light that now approaches. Think of this moment as standing before a massive door intricately carved with patterns you do not fully understand. The door has always been there, but you could not see the key in your hand nor understand the mechanism that would open it. Now the key is being revealed. The door is not just a passage, it is a symbol of the transition from preparation into manifestation. Crossing that threshold will not just change circumstances, it will change you. Your understanding of faith, your perception of purpose, and your alignment with destiny will deepen as you move through this sacred portal. This season is also about divine timing. Many of your delays, detours, and disappointments were not mistakes, they were orchestrated. Pauses, moments of refinement, and intervals designed to synchronize your steps with heaven's perfect schedule. Just as the moon and stars follow rhythms beyond human control, so does your life follow a celestial alignment. Trust that every season has a reason, every pause carries a lesson, and every moment of silence is pregnant with unseen preparation. Faith is not just believing that God sees, it is knowing that the timing is perfect even when the evidence has not yet appeared. There is a profound lesson in discernment embedded here. The unfolding of this prophecy requires spiritual eyes, not just natural vision. The signs, the confirmations, the doors, and the encounters will be subtle, yet unmistakable for those who remain attuned. Your soul will recognize what your mind cannot fully explain. You will feel guidance as gentle nudges, hear direction in quiet whispers, and sense movement in ways that transcend human logic. The spiritual principle is simple: divine alignment always precedes manifestation. Before the blessings arrive, your spirit must align with heaven's intent. Your heart must resonate with obedience, and your faith must be unshakable. Understand also that transformation is woven into this season. What you are about to receive is not merely external. Your spirit, your character, and your capacity for impact are all being expanded. The divine is inviting you into a higher dimension of existence, where influence is multiplied, insight is deepened, and purpose is magnified. The spiritual meaning of your trials is revealed in this elevation. Nothing wasted, nothing overlooked, everything refined to create vessels capable of carrying the fullness of what is coming. Take a moment to visualize light breaking through a dark forest. Golden rays illuminating paths once hidden. Rivers carving valleys over centuries, finally arriving at the sea. A sunrise painting the sky with colors no artist could replicate. This is the spiritual metaphor of your journey. The unseen work of preparation, the patient shaping, and the inevitable emergence into light and purpose. Every challenge has had a sacred meaning, every delay a hidden lesson, and every silent moment a preparation for revelation. Your faith now is the bridge. The deeper your understanding of this spiritual depth, the more you will recognize the patterns, the signs, and the divine orchestration at work. Let this awareness anchor you. Let it guide your patience. Let it fuel your hope. The spiritual meaning of this season is not just that things will change. It is that you are being transformed to receive what God has already prepared for you. Even now, without fully realizing it, the universe is speaking directly to you. The signs are already appearing, subtle whispers from heaven that confirm your path, your purpose, and the unfolding of your destiny. They may seem ordinary at first, almost invisible to the untrained eye. But to the spirit that is awake, they are unmistakable. Watch closely, because these confirmations are personalized, aligning with your life, your experiences, and your readiness to step into what has been prepared. The first sign is sudden clarity in confusion. Moments when answers appear unexpectedly, when decisions that once seemed impossible are illuminated in your mind, are not coincidences. These flashes of understanding are heaven's way of guiding you through the fog, signaling that your spirit is aligned with divine timing. The second sign is miraculous coincidences. Events that seem random, a conversation with a stranger, a message on social media, a book opening to the exact page, carry divine fingerprints. These moments are not mere chance. They are confirmations that you are on the right path, that doors are being opened, and that unseen forces are actively guiding your journey. The third sign is an unexplainable peace amid chaos. Even in situations that would naturally bring anxiety or fear, you feel a quiet calm within. This peace is not from the world. It is from God, signaling that you are under divine protection, that your steps are watched, and that the season ahead is being prepared with intentional precision. The fourth sign is repeated symbols or numbers. You may notice patterns in your environment, numbers, images, or words recurring in ways that catch your attention. These symbols are coded confirmations from the divine, pointing you toward understanding, alignment, or timing. They serve as reminders that you are not walking alone, and that your path is being guided in real time. The fifth sign is opportunities arriving unexpectedly. Doors you thought were closed begin to open, and resources, people, or experiences that you didn't anticipate suddenly appear. These openings are not random luck, they are deliberate alignments orchestrated by the Creator. Evidence that preparation has been noticed, and that the timing is now moving toward fulfillment. The sixth sign is a stirring in your spirit. Deep inside, you may feel an urgency, a vibration, a pull that cannot be ignored. It is a calling forward, a whisper from heaven, urging you to take notice, to prepare, and to trust the movement that is underway. This internal prompting is a divine signal, confirming that what has been promised is approaching. Pay attention to these confirmations. They are your proof that the unseen is very real, that your journey is observed, and that the prophecies spoken over your life are active, not theoretical. Every small sign, every subtle confirmation is a piece of the larger puzzle of your destiny. Recognize them, embrace them, and let them strengthen your faith, because they are markers along the path that leads directly to your breakthrough. The divine is speaking in ways you can see, and feel. Trust the signs. Align your heart with their message. Allow them to reassure you that you are seen, you are chosen, and what is coming is already in motion. Even as the blessings and confirmations begin to appear, there will be moments of resistance that you cannot see coming. These are the hidden challenges, subtle tests designed to refine your spirit, strengthen your faith, and ensure that you are fully prepared for what is ahead. They are not punishments, nor are they indications of failure. Rather, they are the sacred crucible in which your character and calling are tempered, much like gold refined in the fire, until every impurity is removed. Some challenges will be external unexpected setbacks, misunderstandings with those you trust, or obstacles that seem to block your progress. Others will be internal doubt creeping into your mind, fear whispering in your ear, or weariness settling into your heart. These moments can feel heavy, as if the very ground beneath you is shifting. But they are not random. Every trial carries a purpose, and every difficulty is a signal that you are on the path that matters most. You may feel as if you are being pushed to your limits, as if the weight of your calling is greater than you can bear. Yet it is precisely in these moments that your faith is being tested and strengthened. The divine does not give more than you are capable of handling, and the challenges you face are evidence of the power and potential within you. Each struggle is a stepping stone, a necessary shaping of your spirit for the season of fulfillment that is drawing near. Patience will be required, discernment will be needed, and courage will be essential. The hidden challenges are also opportunities. Opportunities to demonstrate unwavering faith, to align your heart more closely with divine timing, and to deepen your trust in the one who is orchestrating your life. Remember, it is not the absence of struggle that defines a chosen life, but the ability to endure faithfully in the face of it. Even when obstacles seem overwhelming, know this divine assistance surrounds you. You are never abandoned. The struggles that appear to slow your progress are actually the very mechanisms that prepare you to handle the weight and responsibility of the blessings you are about to receive. The tests are both protective and preparatory. They ensure that when your breakthrough arrives, you are ready to carry it with wisdom, strength, and humility. So do not fear the challenges. Do not resent the trials. Stand firm, anchored in faith, and allow each difficulty to teach, refine, and prepare you. The storms may rage, the doors may seem closed, and the path may appear uncertain, but these are all temporary. What you are enduring is the hidden work of heaven, shaping you for a destiny that is greater than you can yet comprehend. Endure, trust, persevere. The hidden challenges are not the end. They are the threshold, the refinement, and the proving ground for all that is coming. Now it is time to act. Not recklessly, not hastily, but with deliberate faith and purpose. The season unfolding before you calls for preparation, alignment, and obedience. Heaven is moving, and your steps must match the rhythm of the divine. There are instructions woven into this moment, actions that will position you to receive fully, to step boldly into your calling, and to walk unhindered through the doors that God Himself is opening. The first instruction is to guard your heart and mind. Saturate your thoughts with truth, prayer, and vision. Do not allow fear, doubt, or the opinions of others to distract you. Your mind is the battlefield where alignment with destiny begins. Speak life over yourself. Declare the promises of God and meditate on the assurance that your timing is perfect. Every positive thought, every word of faith strengthens the spiritual foundation for what is coming. The second instruction is to cultivate patience and persistence. The unseen work of heaven cannot be rushed. Just as a seed grows underground before it bursts into bloom, so too must your spirit remain steadfast. Continue to sow seeds of faith, acts of obedience, and moments of prayer. Every effort matters. Every small step is noticed and multiplied. Endurance is not passive waiting. It is active faith steady, resilient, and intentional. The third instruction is to recognize and release distractions. Some relationships, habits, or commitments no longer serve your destiny. They may have been necessary for past seasons, but now they risk slowing your alignment. Courageously release what hinders your spiritual clarity. Make space for what matters most, divine encounters, revelations, and the responsibilities of your calling. This does not mean severing in anger, but choosing peace, clarity, and alignment over compromise or distraction. The fourth instruction is to immerse yourself in divine study and reflection. Engage with the Word. Meditate on revelation and listen attentively to your inner promptings. Knowledge without action is incomplete, but knowledge aligned with obedience becomes power. The more you understand the ways of heaven, the more you will recognize the signs, the opportunities, and the strategies that are already moving toward you. The fifth instruction is to strengthen your spiritual practices daily. Prayer. Praise and worship are not just rituals. They are instruments of alignment. They elevate your frequency, sharpen your discernment, and summon divine presence into your life. Treat these practices with urgency, not out of obligation, but out of recognition that they are your lifeline to the guidance, protection, and empowerment you are about to receive. The sixth instruction is to embrace humility and gratitude. Even as blessings draw near, remember that every favor, every open door, and every prophetic moment is a gift. Acknowledge the hand of God in every circumstance. Gratitude keeps your spirit attuned and your heart open, preventing pride from clouding the clarity of divine timing. Humility ensures that you remain teachable, responsive, and aligned with the Spirit in every step you take. Finally, the seventh instruction is to act when prompted boldly and decisively. There will be moments when intuition, clarity, or opportunity demands immediate response. Do not hesitate. Hesitation can slow momentum, while timely action aligns you perfectly with the orchestration of heaven. Move with confidence, knowing that divine guidance accompanies each step. Remember, these instructions are not burdens, they are empowerment. They are sacred tools placed in your hands to navigate this season with authority, wisdom, and grace. The urgency is real, but fear is unnecessary. You are not alone. Each directive, each alignment, each act of obedience carries the imprint of heaven and moves you closer to the fulfillment of what has been promised. Anchor these instructions in your heart. Speak them, practice them, and allow them to shape your days. The next chapter of your life is arriving, and the preparation you engage in now will determine how fully you step into it. Heaven is calling. The moment is here. Align your spirit and move with purpose. As you prepare to step into this season, know this: you are surrounded, not just by circumstance, not just by the people around you, but by a presence so powerful and constant that no force can overthrow it. Divine protection envelops you like a shield of light, an invisible fortress, standing guard over every step, every thought, and every moment of your journey. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The challenges you face are never outside of this protection. They are within its perimeter, tested and measured, never exceeding what you are able to endure. Imagine standing in the center of a radiant dome of golden light, unshakable, impervious, and alive with divine energy. Every attack, every distraction, every attempt to derail your purpose is deflected before it can reach you. Even when opposition seems overwhelming, even when storms rage, the presence of God surrounds you, steadies you, and keeps you moving forward. You will also find assurance in the quiet moments. When the world feels uncertain and your path unclear, take refuge in the stillness of your spirit. In those moments, listen closely, because that is when God whispers most clearly. The assurance of divine oversight is constant. It does not announce itself with fanfare. It is steady, reliable, and unmistakable to those who remain attentive. Feel it in the peace that surpasses understanding, in the strength that rises when you feel weak, and in the guidance that leads you even when the road is hidden. Consider also the symbols of protection around you: doors that close to keep you safe, obstacles that redirect you toward better paths, and moments of divine timing that prevent missteps before they occur. These are not coincidences, they are signs of deliberate safeguarding. Heaven's hand is always at work, orchestrating circumstances to ensure that your life, your calling, and your destiny are preserved for the exact moment of manifestation. Reassure yourself daily: you are seen, you are held, you are shielded. The same power that created the heavens and set the stars in their courses is at work in your life, guarding your heart, your purpose, and your path. Let this knowledge calm your fears, steady your resolve, and embolden your faith. Even in the face of opposition, know that you are untouchable by the forces that oppose your destiny. Every spiritual attack is measured. Every challenge is monitored. You are walking in a sphere of divine protection, designed for your life, your mission, and your calling. Nothing can overtake what God has decreed, and every moment of struggle exists only to strengthen your readiness for the blessings that are arriving. Rest in this assurance. Anchor your spirit in the certainty that you are not alone, that you are guarded, and that every step of your journey is watched and supported. Allow this protection to fill you with confidence, courage, and peace as you move forward. Heaven is with you, and nothing will derail the divine plan unfolding in your life. The season that is arriving is not just about events or circumstances. It is about transformation. It is a renewal so deep that it touches every part of your being, your spirit, your heart, and your very sense of identity. Imagine the person you are today, the one who has endured storms, walked through valleys, and waited in silence, standing at the threshold of a new reality. That version of you will step into a life illuminated by clarity, purpose, and divine favor. And it will feel as though the world itself has shifted to make room for what God has prepared. Transformation begins within. Your spirit, which has been refined through trials, will now radiate confidence, rooted in faith, wisdom, born of patience and resilience forged in adversity. The doubts that once whispered in your mind will dissolve in the brightness of assurance, replaced by a profound certainty that you are exactly where you are meant to be. The wounds of the past will become badges of honor, reminders that every challenge, every setback, and every season of waiting contributed to the fullness of your destiny. Emotionally, you will experience a liberation unlike anything you have known. The heaviness of worry, fear, and self-doubt will lift as if carried away by unseen hands. You will breathe more deeply, dream more boldly, and step forward with a joy that is not dependent on circumstance, but anchored in the knowledge of divine alignment. This is the reward for endurance, the fulfillment of promises spoken long ago, now arriving with unmistakable clarity. Externally, your life will reflect this internal transformation. Opportunities that were once inaccessible will now present themselves naturally. Relationships will shift to align with your purpose. Resources will flow where they are needed, and doors that were previously closed will open with ease. Your influence, your voice, and your presence will carry weight because you have been prepared to walk fully in the authority and grace of your calling. People will sense the change. They will recognize the divine favor upon you, even if they do not understand its source. Spiritually, this transformation is a completion of preparation. The alignment that has been forming in your unseen journey will now manifest in tangible ways. The challenges you faced were not obstacles. They were instruments of refinement, preparing you to receive without being overwhelmed, to lead without arrogance, and to serve without hesitation. The breakthrough you are experiencing is not temporary. It is a spiritual elevation that will redefine your path and expand the capacity of your destiny. Picture yourself as a vessel that has been emptied, cleaned, and polished, now ready to be filled with abundance, clarity, and purpose. Each layer of fear or doubt removed makes room for something greater. A life of divine significance, a heart aligned with God's vision, and a spirit attuned to both guidance and revelation. You will look back on the seasons of waiting and trials, and see them not as burdens, but as the very means through which your transformation was made possible. Let gratitude rise in your heart. Let hope take root. Let your spirit prepare to walk into the fulfillment that has been orchestrated specifically for you. This is the moment where preparation meets opportunity, patience meets revelation, and faith meets manifestation. The transformation is not only what you receive, it is who you become. Step into it with courage, expectation, and the unwavering knowledge that everything you have endured has been for this precise season of fulfillment. Now take these words into your heart and let them become a living declaration over your life. Speak them, believe them, and carry them with you as a shield and a guide. Repeat them daily, for they are not mere words, they are prophetic truths aligned with your destiny. Affirmation 1. I am seen, I am chosen, and my life is guided by divine wisdom. Speak this and feel the certainty of divine alignment coursing through your spirit. Every step you take is already ordered, and nothing can derail the purpose written for you. Affirmation 2. I trust the timing of God, and I walk confidently in my assignment. Let this strengthen your patience, reminding you that every delay has been a preparation, every closed door a protection, and every trial a refining of your character and calling. Affirmation 3. I am protected, I am prepared, and I am empowered to receive my blessings. Declare this with authority, knowing that unseen forces surround you, guarding, guiding, and ensuring that nothing can thwart the fulfillment of your destiny. Affirmation 4. I embrace transformation. I walk in purpose and I step boldly into my fulfillment. Let this affirm the reality that you are moving into a season of alignment, clarity, and divine manifestation, where your faith, perseverance, and obedience converge into breakthrough. And now hear this blessing spoken over your life. May the hand of God guide you in every step, opening doors that were once closed, aligning people and opportunities according to His perfect plan. May your spirit be filled with unwavering faith, your heart be steady in peace, and your mind be illuminated with clarity. May the storms you faced become the very soil from which your breakthroughs grow, and may every moment of preparation bear fruit beyond your imagining. May you walk in divine favor, surrounded by protection, strengthened by perseverance, and elevated into a season where every promise spoken over you finds its manifestation. May your eyes see what has been hidden, your spirit recognize the signs, and your heart rejoice in the certainty that you are not forgotten, never forgotten, and that God Himself is arranging everything for your highest good. Now step forward with confidence, expectation, and hope. Your breakthrough is real. Your destiny is unfolding. And your life, guided and guarded by the divine, is entering a season of unparalleled fulfillment. Rejoice, for all that has been prepared for you is arriving on time in perfect order and with overwhelming beauty.